Alright, so far we've taken a look at adding, subtracting, and multiplying radicals. Today we're going to take a look at dividing radicals. Taking a look at number one, we have 5 divided by the square root of 3. In order to divide radicals, what we're really going to do is we're going to rationalize the denominator. Rationalizing the denominator meaning we want to remove the radicals from the denominator. So what I'm going to do, since there's only one square root in each denominator, I'm going to multiply by that radical. So I have the square root of 3. Because whenever I multiply those together, the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is 3, and it removes the radical from the denominator. Now, whatever I multiply the bottom by, I also have to multiply the top by the same thing. So I have to multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number. That's because the entire thing, the entire fraction, is equal to the number 1. Square root of 3 divided by the square root of 3 is just 1. So I'm really multiplying my original problem times 1, and I'm not really changing what it's equal to. Well, I'm not really changing it at all. I'm only changing what it looks like. So root 3 times root 3 is 3. 5 times root 3 is 5 square roots of 3. And if I could, I would reduce it from there, but 5 over 3 doesn't reduce. So the answer is 5 root 3 over 3. All right, moving on to number 2. We're going to perform the exact same process. So I'm going to multiply the denominator by root 6 because the original problem has a root 6. Whatever I multiply the denominator by, I also have to multiply the numerator by, so that I'm really multiplying times 1. Root 6 divided by root 6 is just 1. And then I go ahead and multiply 3 times root 6 is just 3 square roots of 6. Denominator root 6 times root 6 is 6. This one, I can take a step further, because if I look at the coefficient on the root 6, I have a 3. 3 over 6 reduces to 1/2. So I have 1 root 6, or just root 6, over 2, or 1/2 root 6. Number 3, we're going to perform the exact same process. I'm not going to worry about the 2 in the denominator, though. I'm only going to worry about the radical part, so root 45. And I'm not worried about that 2 because it's multiplication. If it was addition or subtraction, we'd have to do something else, but we'll get into that a different day. So I'm going to multiply by root 45 on the numerator and denominator, which gives me 9 square roots of 45 over 2 still there. Root 45 times root 45 is 45. And now this one I have to simplify. There's a couple different parts I have to simplify. So first, let's go ahead and multiply that 2 times 45. So 9 square roots of 45 over 90. And I know 9 over 90 reduces to 1/10. And I still have that square root of 45. Okay. Now 45 I know breaks down because there's a perfect square in there. So 5 times 9, 9 is my perfect square, which is 3 and 3. So we already have a 1 out there. We're going to move a 3 out. 3 times 1 is 3. Square roots of 5 over 10. 3 over 10 doesn't reduce, so we'll stop there. 3 root 5 over 10. Okay. And the last one. Going to multiply the numerator and denominator by root 6. Again, root 6 over root 6 is equal to 1. So we're not changing the fraction. We're just changing what it looks like. So I get the square root of 18 over 2 times 6, which gives me root 18 over 12. I know there's a perfect square in 18. So we get 2 and 9. There's my perfect square. We get 3 and 3. So that gives me 3 square roots of 2 over 12. 3 over 12 reduces to 1/4. So I get root 2 over 4. And that's it.